Alright, starting a little project here, something a little different. This is for my buddy, Daddydirtbike. I don't know if you guys know, but he's into Harleys big time. I think he has about 5 or 6 of them. This is off of one of them three-wheeled Servicars. I think he has about 3 of them in pieces he's building. And this particular box, he's been looking for a decent one like this. He says for 50 years, and I believe him, because ever since I've known him, he's been talking about it. But anyway, it needs a lot of work, and we're going to do the body work for him. He stripped it, you know, he stripped the paint off it and did a pretty good job. But this thing is it's hurting, and when they built these things, you know, they weren't built like cars, you know, where they're meant to look good and everything. These were utility boxes and stuff. And I don't know if you can see, maybe I can get it on an angle, but like right here, they spot welded it. The inside of this thing, you know, that's like a lip there or something. But anyway, this here is the whole side is just all rippled, and that was it. That's the way they made them back then. And even up top here, you know, there's like little humps right here, and that's it, man. This thing was just this top was just punched out. Let me see if I could open it. And then you see the center there, it had an antenna. It used to be a police bike back in the day, and this is welded up, and it was sort of warped. So this thing here is I gotta take a big warp out of here. Where you see the magic marker is where the dents are. I tried to find them, but some of them are hidden. But like I say, we're gonna try to get this in good shape, good decent driver shape for Daddydirtbike. He beat some of it out. Like this whole panel here, this panel here is pretty bad. It's even caved. I'm gonna have to try and pull that out a little bit. He did pretty good though, considering he's not a body man. He did a real good job on this. And this is where the fenders go, and this is all pitted, so we don't have to do body work here. You know, we got to clean it and get rid of the rust, but we don't have to do any body work here because that gets covered. And this panel here is actually pretty good. And even this one here is decent. Down low here, it's got a dent here and stuff like that. But from where these holes are, there's a piece that goes there and covers that. So I don't have to get. Matter of fact, I think up here, these holes here is where that piece goes. So from here down, I don't have to get crazy with it. But still, I mean, it's a big box, and we got to fix that. And back here is even worse. This is where it used to be a bumper on here. You know, just a regular curved bumper, and you can't see it, but that was pushed in. And this whole bottom here is all wacky and warped. Even this round edge, you know, it's crushed to a point here. So we're gonna have to pull that out, and we're gonna have to do a lot of beating and banging on it. But what's good is I could be doing body work up here, and while this is hardening, I could be straightening the rest of it. It actually sort of has a swale to it, you know, going out to the side there. It definitely has a flare coming out back, and a swale on the side here. So that's what we got to work with. Anyway, I wasn't going to film this, but I figured, you know, some guys like body work videos, so you know, I got nothing else to film. But anyway, here are the fenders. The fenders are another story. You can't get fenders for these Servicars. So what they do is they take you can get fenders for a sidecar, and then you got to modify them and make brackets and all that stuff. So these here are original, and they're in pretty bad shape. This one here is better of the two. And Daddy Dirtbike tried to straighten it the best he could, and like I say, he did a decent job. He's not a body man by no means, and he'll tell you right out, you know, he's not. But you know, these sides here are all beat in all the way down, and like I say, the back you don't have to worry about, because this side is hidden by the box. It's a shame, because these sides are really nice, but the rest of the fender, and this is original, like I say, and Harley guys love their original parts. But this one here, he took the paint off of this, and anywhere you see like a brown spot there is a dent. So this whole thing was dented and crushed in, and that's got to be straightened out. And it even has like a little twist. It's stretched out down here, so I might have to put a piece going across the bottom there to just tack everything in and straighten it out. Looks like he took a ball peen hammer to it to try and straighten it out. And sorry about the camera work, but I'm using one hand here. I'm all by myself. So anyway, you see that brown thing, the whole thing, and even right here is a major dent here. So we're gonna have to see what we can do with this. But anyway, I'm not gonna worry about the fenders right now. I'm gonna try and get this box done so I can get out of my way. It's literally in my way. You know, I had to make a space for it behind the coupe there, and you know, we'll get that out of the way and we can deal with these at our leisure. But anyway, that's what there's going to be a series of videos, and that's what they're going to be about. So, what do you guys say we start? He took this down with a stripping pad, so he didn't rough up the surface here. But anywhere I got a mark, I don't know how well you guys can see with the reflection. I'm going to have to grind right here, big grind out. So. That's where we're at. Alright, I'll stop and show you each procedure. So I'm not going to set the camera up and let it go. But that's where we're at. So, alright, let's start doing something. Also, I wanted to mention on the top here, it's got a factory swale. I don't know how well you can see it, but it actually has a slight belly to it, you know. And I was thinking, you know, I could take that belly out and redo the whole top here, but I think I decided that we're just going to keep the factory swale in there and get rid of the minor dents, and we'll go from there. All right. Oh, watch yourself. Be careful. We lose you, Road King. We're out of luck. Alright, I'm going to take a little break here, show you what we did and where we're at. Alright, we ground this all down and got all the spot welds and stuff. And we used 24 grit, which is pretty aggressive. And that'll give the body putty and fiberglass I'm going to use fiberglass on this edge because this edge is going to keep getting banged down onto this ledge. So we got this done. And then this whole panel here, I'm going to do that because there was holes here, so there's a dent here, dent here, dent here, dent here, dent here, and then over here you got a bunch of dents. So I'm just going to do that whole panel. So it gets, you know, by the time you get doing body putty and everything, it's going to be almost the whole panel anyway. So, and then we did back here, and I'm going to have to get a couple spots like right here. I'm going to have to get the Dremel and get in there and dig that out. And then there was another one on the edge here, but I haven't done this edge yet. So I have spot welds. I don't know how bad you can see that. It's amazing what they got away with, you know. But like I said, it's just a utility box. And then I'm going to do the front here, just a little wobbly. So that's going to be the easy part. And you know, when you do that and you see you're getting something accomplished, you know, it just makes things easier. So let me finish grinding this down, and then we'll start doing something. I'm going to have to treat this up here with some rust neutralizer. You know, I ground all this out and everything, but this is, you know, it's still rust way down in them pits, so we got to neutralize that. This whole box should have been sandblasted or soda blasted or something, but that just wasn't in the budget. So we'll show you that when we do that. Alright, finished grinding everything I wanted to grind, and marked out. I'm going to do this panel too. And marked out right here, like because there's not many spots here. You got one spot here, and then a tiny spot here, and then a tiny spot right over here on the end. So that'll when I do all putty work there, that'll just have this centerpiece to do. So one bite at a time, right? I'm gonna have to get my little canopy out here because the sun's starting to move in on me, and it's only about 72 degrees, and it's nice, feels good out here. But with the sun beating down on this, it's probably about maybe 110, 120 degrees. You know, on the end here, it's sitting in the sun, and it's not even high noon yet. So let me get my canopy, then we'll get the rust neutralizer on here, and we'll be ready to do some putty. Alright, yeah, we're going to neutralize this rust here, and this is just phosphoric acid. I just wipe it on and let it sit for a couple of minutes and let it do its thing. Some guys wipe it off completely, wash it down when they're done. Some guys just leave it, and that's all I'm going to do is just wipe it off. I'm not going to wash it or nothing like that. You see whatever rust and pits there where it's turning black, and that's what you want. Alright, I'm going to leave that on a couple minutes, and then we'll wipe it off. Alright, we got that all etched up the way we want it, and clean. So now I'm going to go mix up some fiberglass, and I moved you guys back a little bit, and I'm just gonna slop fiberglass on here, just so we get it flat and square, and then we'll come back and we'll put body putty on here. Remember, we're just gonna do the edge, and maybe a couple little spots up top here for right now. Alright, when I come back, we'll have a little mix of fiberglass with us. Alright, I gotta turn these on because I'll be right back. I'm getting my fiberglass. Here I come. Yeah, this stuff goes up in a hurry, that's why I had to turn these on. Don't worry about putting too much on. We'll be able to get that off. Most of the dents are down here on the bottom. Birds. I hear a lot of birds. Worry about this. Look at that. Excuse me. You're starting to light up already. Could have mixed a little bit more just to get these two edges. Ran out. Almost got it. Let that set up, and then I'm going to do the other sides, and then when I come back this will be hard. So, excuse me. Alright, got all my fiberglass sanded, and I'm happy with it. And had a couple slight low spots right here. But all the areas that I wanted the fiberglass to be, like where it was going to hit the metal, that's all good, so I can fill this with putty. I'm going to just put one real light thin coat of putty on there, and that should be done. Now I'm just going around and trying to find the low spots, and there's only one low. Well, there's a tiny one right there, and this one here. And front came out good too. See all these, they don't go all the way down to the end, so they're fine. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fill it with putty, a thin coat of putty, and then let it sit overnight, because I've had about enough of this for today. I'm doing this left-handed. I'm ambidextrous. Even the back came out nice. Alright, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that, and I guess we'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to pack it in after I lay that on there. Alright. You guys probably can't see what I'm doing over here, but I gotta keep moving. It's starting to go up. Once it starts to go, you gotta let it go. You can see that if you try to put that on, it's just gonna mess things up. So, actually, I got more down than I thought I was gonna. All right, I'm gonna shut you guys down. All right, another day here, and I'm gonna sand this down, and then maybe put some glazing putty on it. Actually, It's coming out so nice. Like I already did the top here. And it's perfectly smooth and everything. And it really doesn't need glazing putty. You probably get away with a couple coats of primer on there. But we'll put glazing putty on there anywhere. Because it doesn't take much to sand that. And yeah. You know, when you do put the putty on there, you know, it looks like a big area and stuff like that. You say, holy Christ, look at all that putty. But most of it all comes off. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sand this down. I'm not gonna videotape that because this video is getting long, and you guys seen body putty. There's plenty of videos out there of body putty getting sanded. So alright, I'm gonna sand that and we'll see what it looks like, and then finish these edges up. Alright, we got that all sanded out, and we're happy with it. It's actually ready for glazing putty, but before I do it, see, glazing putty is, I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's like a little pinhole, tiny little pinhole. Glazing putty is for stuff like that. And I got some bigger areas here. And these actually feel smooth, you know, and glazing putty would take care of that. But there's a little area here that it's like a 100 thousandths. So I'm gonna put some putty on there. Same with over here. I could get away, knowing that that's there, I could just lay the glazing putty on a little thicker, but I'm not going to do it. And even on this side, you know, there's like a little hole right here and right here. So I'm going to go around, and yeah, I'm happy. It's pretty good, pretty smooth. So, you know, something like this, I'd rather put some putty in instead of glazing putty. And we'll do that. We're going to put one more just on them spots, just spot coat it with putty, and then we'll glaze it up. Alright, we're all ready for the glazing putty. You know, some guys do it differently. You know, instead of putting glazing putty on, they'll spray like feather fill or shit like, or stuff like that, and does the same thing. You know, you're just spraying the putty on and then blocking it out and spraying it on and blocking it out and spraying it on. I'd rather just put the glazing putty on. It's a lot cheaper. I'm in no hurry. You know, nothing wrong with feather fill. It's just, you know, it's like $150 a gallon. I've seen guys put like 5 gallons of the stuff on a car. You know, they'll spray the car and block it out, and then spray it again and block it out, and spray it again, and you know, it's just a lot of labor to me. But you know, we're gonna go glazing putty. Right now I'm just gonna concentrate on this panel right here. You know, and then I'll go around and do the rest myself. But I'll set this up here and you watch me put this on. Alright, it's 80 degrees out here, so I didn't mix a whole lot of it. The smoother you put it on, the easier it is to sand. This stuff is pretty soupy, but it's supposed to be. Believe it or not, the stuff is almost flowing out. starting to go up already because of the heat. This is already hard on this side here. Alright. I'm going to go mix some more up and finish our little area there. And then while I'm at it, I'll just keep going around. So, alright, you're not going to see that. Next time you see this, it's going to be done. Alright. Yeah, we're all done sanding the glaze and putty, and came out pretty good. It's pretty smooth. And little dents up here. I wouldn't call that straight as an arrow. I would call that laser straight. Yep, buddy. Yeah, it's about 85 degrees out, so we're gonna call it a day and go have some dinner. All right, so I don't know where we're going next. Probably the middle here. That way we can finish the top off and don't worry about it. And then we'll tackle the bottom. Like I said, we're gonna have to beat some stuff out, but it's all right. We'll figure it out. All right. What do you guys say? Enough of this?